As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. First and 10 now from the 36. Here comes Otten in motion. On play action, Mayfield. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit...
And he'll take it on in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense ready to see the football for the second time. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's Stroud. That is caught to the goal line and in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans are on top. It's now 10-7.
Buccaneers 7.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Irving now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bucs offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Motion man, sent right. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and that'll set up 4th down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Receiver in motion, going right. On 4th down, Mayfield. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. They send Evans in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Texans 10, Buccaneers.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started.
Time
3 points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Receiver in motion, headed left. On 2nd down, Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. He'll work forward for a couple. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
Here on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Irving. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mayfield to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw is Mayfield. It is brought in the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Texans offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Stroud going to set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Diggs. Well, they hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A second down throw for Stroud. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Now Mixon. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Irving now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a game. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Irving. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. A give. This is Irving. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. The veteran Robert Woods goes back to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bucs extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. So, fire the cannon. It's a win for the Bucs. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.